Hello and welcome back to this best of 9 between VVV Gaming and PewPew. This here is our hero, Tough. Has won 4 games in a row so far. Or not 4, 3. Excuse me. He's won 3 games in a row. His final opponent, the final challenge, the final test. Man. Sometimes my tongue just doesn't cooperate with me. I'm trying to do this like amazing sentence, and that just doesn't happen. Anyways, the final opponent is Death Agent, and putting his pylon forward-ish. So it looks like he wants to expand pretty quick. Honestly, I don't really know about this. I don't see many players doing this versus a Terran. Versus a Zerg, yeah, I mean, you just, forward, fast, expand, no big deal. But against a Terran? A little bit vulnerable, but if he is able to get that up and, get it going good, it'll be, it will allow him to have more defenses for his expansion. So, Death Agent going to come in and scout, choosing to scout in the right direction, which is pretty fantastic. Single has to be coming to protect his friend. Don't worry, bro. I'll drill him for you. And, yeah, Tough taking the gas again, pretty much the same time, so I think we can safely assume it's going to be the same build. Marine, 2 Marauders, and then a Reaper, push the Protoss base, kill a few units, get out, or potentially just kill him if, Death Agent doesn't prepare very well. And, wow, Death Agent definitely taking a little bit of a risk, going to go Nexus first, and it could be he feels he's outmatched by Tough. And he's just like, you know what, I just need to take a risk, and hopefully it'll pay off. But Tough doing the same build will be able to punish a Nexus first quite effectively. We'll see what happens here. Really depends what Death... Okay, he's going for a Forge. Alright, so he just wants to cannon in and just, hold the line and be safe and get an economy going really fast. I do think with cannons up, he will be able to hold this push from Tough quite easily. That said, though, his tech will be quite a lot slower due to getting these cannons, and his pro production will be slowed a little bit as well due to having to put up all this infrastructure in a real hurry. So, yep, there's the cannon. I don't know about that positioning. Like, against a Zerg, yeah, totally, that makes sense. But against a Terran, if he's able to float something here, he'll be able to pick off this and this without the cannon doing anything at all back. Yeah, I think he should have put the cannon here, to be honest. But we will see how that works out for him. And, okay, Tough not going for the same build. I'm wrong again. How fantastic. Instead, yeah, he's going to do what I think he was going to do last game, which is, well, Banshee. Yeah, that makes sense. Going to make a single Hellion just for scouting purposes and whatnot. Starport's coming up. As soon as the Hellion is done, make the Tech Lab, switch over to Starport. How fantastic. But yeah. Now, if you guys are thinking, like, every time I'm wrong, I get, like, totally red-faced. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't do that. I can't believe I did that. I'm such a bad caster. I'm okay with that. See, I'm a secure human being. I'm confident in who I am. I like who I am. And so when I make mistakes, I go, oh well, I made a mistake. Big deal, guys. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. And, heck, I was watching the GSL the other day, and, Tesos and Artosis were casting a game between MC and MKP, and, they made something like 6 or 7 wrong predictions in a single game. And they don't do that often. Normally they're very on point. But they were even saying, oh my goodness, this has to be a record for us making bad calls. Like, I can't even believe this. And, oh, look, another bad call on my part. Gonna be a Hellion drop, actually. Not doing the Tech Lab switcheroo. And, oh, getting a second Tech Lab. He's gonna go into double Banshee production after this. That's very interesting. I do think that moving into Banshees is probably a good decision just because Death Agent has been putting all this money into static defense, and he's, and his tech is slowed. He doesn't even have a Robo on the way. And here come the Hellions roasting all the probes. Do you really think probes would be more resilient to Hellion Blast since they're mechanical? No, they're not. And I don't think there's really anything Death Agent can do to this. He's got a Sentry and a Zealot. What's that going to do against Hellions, man? Exactly nothing. There is a Stalker out now that will be able to do something. But he's definitely going to lose, you know, at least a few probes before these Hellions go down. And by a few, I mean a whole lot. 16 probes killed already. Very unfortunate for Death Agent. And Tough is getting Banshees behind this and another command center. And by another command center, I mean his first one. His first expansion. It looks like the Hellions have been cleaned up. Medevacs are going to get out of there. And now it's 27 probes and 26 SCVs. Okay. In doing that build, Tough did have to delay his expansion by quite a bit. So I don't know if that actually... Well, that did a lot of damage. 18 probes killed is ridiculous. I feel like Tough would have had more success if he'd done that Banshee build I was talking about. Where, you know, because by the time the Banshee would have gotten here, there would have been like 1 or 2 Stalkers, I think. And that would have been it. But I think the Hellion build still worked pretty decently for him. And yeah, here comes the Banshee now, going to start getting some kills. Death Agent forced to pull units away once again. Another probe goes down, and the Banshee runs away because it's flying. And bravely running away is very, very easy when you float above the ground. So it looks like he's just going to path it around to swing into here. Always a fantastic decision. 2 more coming. We'll probably just position them here. Poke into the main with the single one. And then when Death Agent runs all his units, which he's doing right now, poke in with these 2. 2-pronged attacks are always a great way to mess up an opponent. Now, Death Agent's dealing with this pretty decently. He has some units here, some units here. So this won't, you know, blindside him. But at the very least, you know, it's splitting up his attention. Oh no, Tough might lose this Banshee for free. Gets the Sentry, and that might actually be worth it. Death Agent not very happy about that. Here come the Banshees again, and they have Cloak now. That cannon, though, can see them. And is there a robo on the way? Yeah, okay, there's a robo. Observers are on the way. But until that observer gets over here, which it will pretty soon, but until it does, well, there's going to be a lot of probes killed. And potentially Sentry, too. Yep, there goes the Sentry. There goes the Stalker. And only 1 Stalker left. 1 Stalker versus 2 Banshees is not very good for the Stalker. Trying to run away, and nope. Oh, wow, it lived. Okay. Didn't expect that to happen. Tough mismicroing just a tiny bit, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. We will all live to see another day. Except for everything of Death Agents that's dying. So even more probes going down. Cloak running out, but that's not a big deal because there's an observer there anyways, so it's not like Cloak made a difference at this point. And Tough, oh, run! Okay, whew, that was close. 1 more shot would have killed that. Unless it was a shot from a Sentry, in which case it would have been fine. And Tough getting another command center behind this. 32 probe kill, that is so brutal. But Death Agent is doing a decent job of keeping up his probe production. Almost even with Tough. But he's just been in such a rough position, being on the back foot pretty much, well, ever since those Hellions landed in his base. And even when you don't actually kill that much, it still sucks, because you have to pull your probes, and that's time spent not mining, and it just gets you further and further behind. And these Banshees are going to do a lot of damage. Does the Raven have enough for a point defense drone? Yes, it does. Oh man, that basically makes these Banshees invincible. And they're just going to crash in here now. There aren't enough Stalkers to deal with these Banshees. Because Banshees deal a lot of damage to stuff on the ground. Might lose the Raven, a little bit embarrassing, but not a big deal. And Tough not really doing as much damage with this as I think he could have. I think he should have stayed next to the point defense drone and killed the Nexus. Tough, I apologize if it feels like I'm criticizing everything you're doing this game. You know, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, I'm just trying to point out, this point defense drone had 150 energy when you deployed it. You stick next to that, you have a guaranteed Nexus kill. You know, if he tries to come at you while this point defense drone is still up, you just kill his Stalkers, right? And if he doesn't, kill the Nexus, so. This is not me trying to rag on Tough. He's playing a lot better than I could. But, you know, just trying to provide suggestions for future play. But Tough's coming for another push now, and I don't think Death Agent's really going to be able to stop this. Tough has double the supply of his opponent right now. There's a single medevac there, ready to heal, unless it dies. That'd be embarrassing. And that's a lot of Banshees. That many Banshees is everything on the ground dies in a real hurry. Unpowering all these buildings because why not? Artosis pylons are my favorite. And I think we're going to see a GG out of Death Agent pretty darn soon here. He's even supply blocked due to losing those pylons. The probe's being pulled off the line. I think he picked up all his Marines. Oh no, he picked them up and then dropped them off again. In any case, there's the GG. Well done, Tough. Aspire does take the set against PewPew. Very nicely done. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I am Squall. This has been another matchup in the 6-Pool Gaming Team League. And, yeah, check back in a few more days. There'll be even more content from even more team leagues. See you later.